President Kennedy was an inspiration. The Kennedys, he and then also Bobby, they had a great influence on me. And yeah, I made a film called The 5 Cities of June with a director called Bruce Hershenson, which told the story of President Kennedy going to Berlin in 1963 and standing before the Berlin Wall and making his famous Ich bin ein Berliner, I am a Berliner speech before 400,000 people at the Berlin Wall. And it was a very dramatic movie, and we showed it, of course, overseas. And one afternoon, I was in Edward Murrow's director's meeting with about 25 people, and my assistant, my deputy, came in and handed me a note. And I read it, and I kind of looked at Murrow, and I got up and left the meeting and went down one flight to my office. And my assistant said, Mrs. Lincoln's on the line. She said, I'll ask her to put the president on. And it was President Kennedy calling me. And he came on the phone and he said, George, he said, I saw The 5 Cities of June last night. He said, it's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. He said, how many countries is it being shown in? How many languages? He asked all of these Kennedy-like questions. And he was known that President Kennedy often wouldn't call the Secretary of State. He'd call somebody on the Cambodia desk to ask questions because he wanted to get firsthand knowledge. So he had called me to find out about this movie.